How's everyone? How's everyone doing today? All right. All right. Maybe I shouldn't have been showing this, but I really hate my background right now. I'm not sure I'm going to do anything about it because hopefully we'll be moving soon. And if we're moving soon, then I hate to just sink a ton of time into building this setup. So it is what it is. But let's do I have a maple farm yet? They asked for an extension till tomorrow. And so I don't know until tomorrow. That's what I can tell you. The Null farm is hopefully I know tomorrow. So, yep, I don't know yet. Which is killing me. Which is killing me. If it doesn't work out, I'm probably going to make this better. And we're probably just going to live here for a while. I'm going to find some background, some backdrop to do. That's kind of what I've decided is if if that doesn't work out, it means we're probably going to be here for at least a couple months more. So. No labs branded syrup next year. See if I can't get some maple syrup in the terminal shop. See if I can't join the cool kids. Yeah. I see. I need a lint roller. All right. So, I wanted to take a quick segue. Something I don't see very much. I don't track at all. And I have never used, had a pretty big security vulnerability. I dug into it a little, and I wanted to talk about what that security vulnerability is. And it's something I've actually warned about quite a bit. If we jump over here, I warned about, let's say you have your servers here, servers, and then you have, we'll just make it a plural like it's like I wrote it. You have some servers here, and then you have GraphQL sitting here, GraphQL, and the user queries GraphQL. Hits this. And this is a problem we've talked about with, in particular to GraphQL, as well as there's a database called SurrealDB. And we've talked about it with SurrealDB because one of the SurrealDB's big selling points was that your users could query directly to the database, like the database knew what users were and whatnot. And I've talked about my concerns with this, about how this means every field, everything that's back here, every resource, you have to have field level RBAC. Not RBAC. It means that you have to have security on every queryable record, every bit of data. And this is a big system that's hard to do correctly and easy to screw up. Now, you probably all know that I am talking about the incident report from the Arc browser. Now, there's two reasons that this was bad. One, to use the browser, you had to have an account. That's kind of that's dumb on a couple of reasons. One, why should you have to have an account to use the browser? In my mind, that makes no sense. What if their service is down? Can you not use the browser anymore? Literally, if their service went down, you couldn't use your browser. You couldn't browse the internet because their service went down. Arc, or I think they call themselves the browser company. Let me be clear. That is a dumb decision, that if their internet is down, they can't use the browser. Let's say they can't even browse local files if their internet is down locally. But if the browser company is down, you also can't browse the internet. I just don't understand this decision at all, this design decision. But let's move on. This got a perfect 10 out of 10. Why? Because the only interaction you needed to do was turn on your computer. And you could get Arc browser to run other people's code for you. It's pretty terrifying. One second. Do you need something? Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. Okay, so what this all came down to is Arc uses something called Firebase, and more specifically, Firestore. Firestore did the same thing Surreal Database did, and the same thing that we've talked about at length that GraphQL does. It allows users to directly access the database. And this comes with my warning. If you allow the user to query the database, the data, you must enforce field level RBAC. And that's what came to bite the browser company in the derriere. If you go through, this is the write-up from the person that did it. I'll drop that. Also, hello, everyone. Hello there on YouTube. I see you as well. Thanks for joining. Guess what I got just for us? I got this. So we have chats in a window so we can see both of them, which is pretty cool. So if there's a little bit of chatting back and forth, this will be a cool screen. If we're deciding to talk about something. So anyways, you could go see the write-up, but in the end, what happened was the Firestore allowed you to basically write boosts, which was custom CSS and JavaScript for a website. Now, I would actually argue that this was not a 10. This is not a 10. And the reason is it required you to write this is annoying to have a thing follow my mouse. I have to get it out of the way, and then I'll go back to it. It required you to go to the website that they wrote a custom script for. Now, it's pretty easy because if you opened Arc, one, the user has to open Arc. Okay, that's one. And two, they have to go to the website that you wrote a custom boost for. So, in my opinion, that's just like printing. I mean, this is easier than printing, don't get me wrong. But it actually probably doesn't qualify for the 10 out of 10. If I'm being, it's horrifying. 9.9 at least. It's horrifying. But I don't know. This is where those rules are a little ambiguous, because does this require user interaction? Yeah, it requires them launching an application. It requires them actually going to a specific website. But that's beyond the point. That's beyond the point. That's just because we talked about it yesterday. And I question, what does user interaction mean? Does it mean that I turn my computer on? That's user interaction. But this is beyond the point. My point is, I have warned you guys for months, for a very long time, that things like Surreal, things like GraphDB are very dangerous in this way. And what you really need to do is just hire people that know how to deal with data, run a database, and then a service. This is very easy to ensure this doesn't happen. This is very easy for a mistake to happen. I'm not actually even pointing the finger at Arc or the browser company, because that's my whole point. Even if I did this, it would be very easy for me to screw this up. That's the nature of it. You do dumb, simple things because we're dumb, simple humans. And the more complicated a system is, the easier it is to screw up one of these things. And so you have to keep it simple and ensure that, you have to add complexity when you have to add complexity. And hopefully you hire the people that are capable of dealing with that. But this is why databases that allow you to access them directly from the internet are scary to me. Anyways, thank you. I hope you like this little bite. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. If you're on Twitch or YouTube live, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I thought they just needed the user account and could force the browser to view that site the next time they started the Arc browser. Well, one, you're starting the Arc browser, right? That's still user interaction. For two, I didn't see that, but I was really, for me, it was the like maybe they can do that. Let's see really quickly. I didn't think that was it. Obtain the user ID from the victim, create a malicious boost with whatever payload you wanted on your own account, update the boost creator ID field to the targets. Whenever the victim targets the website, they will get compromised. So there was no forcing it. They just had to. I mean, it's pretty easy. Boost probably has a default web page. So you could just target a boost for that default web page, which then probably a lot of people would have. Google is another good default page. So they couldn't force that because it was just this creator ID field. So basically what they would do is create their own malicious boost with their account and then update the account ID. That's all that they needed, was this creator ID. That was all it that you had to do. Because this field was able to be updated by the individual to whatever they wanted. Again, I'm not really trying to nitpick on that. The only reason I brought that up was because we talked about it yesterday, and we talked about how the lines are fuzzy. I'm 100% fine having this as a 10 out of 10, because the fact that is that a lot of people visit Google, a lot of people visit Facebook, a lot of people visit Twitter. It's easy to make a pattern that this is going eventually be hit. And the fact is, they could just do it for every single creator, and maybe they don't get every single person using the Arc browser because maybe not all of them use X or whatnot, but enough of them do. So. But anyways, this was just, people asked me, and I was pretty critical of Surreal on their stance. Like, Surreal's big selling point, it actually used to be, I find it funny. Surreal's big selling point, when you went to their website before the 2.0, which is coming out, that's backed by Rust, which is pretty cool. Surreal's big selling point on their main page was basically you can have users directly connect to our database. It's safe to do that. You don't find that anywhere anymore. That's not their big selling point anymore. And in fact, if you go into Surreal 2.0, what was a big rewrite that they did? What was it? Permissions. They did a whole rewrite of how to do fine-grained permissions. Anyways, interesting. Wolf McPherson, thank you for the follow. Super appreciate it. Derisby 92. Dan Ribs. That's actually what I'm going with. Ribes. Dan Ribes, 92. Thanks for the follow. All right. Anyways. Let's get back to coding. I had just wanted to go over that because I know that I have talked to length about the dangers of exposing your database to the wild. And so I thought that this was interesting as far as... It's actually not that interesting of a security vulnerability because it's literally just updating something in a database. A database that is known for this type of problem. If you know somebody uses Firestore, if you know somebody that uses GraphQL, if you know somebody that uses SurrealDB with direct connection, these are the problems you can find. And I harp on these not to help you go find people to attack, but if you're using those, it's fine. You just have to understand the risks that you're playing with. You got to put controls in place to ensure it doesn't happen and those types of things. So I'm just trying to help you all. Take it or leave it. Let's get to some coding. Let's get to some coding. I may or may not attack them. Well, if you do any of that, make sure that you're writing up a report for them. I'm going to believe that you said that in the most ethical way possible. Good, good, good. I mean, help make the internet a safer place. Those types of things are super scary. Also, don't make a user have an account or a web browser. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I had to update Yay. Never had to do that before. It was giving a weird error. I guess I should have shown you the error, but then I upgraded the system, so it was probably out of. Wait, where am I going? Oh, I was there. I screwed that up. All right, let me update my title really quickly. Update titles. We are now doing Morse code. That's what we're doing today. I feel like this is a hacker rank challenge, but it's not. It's not. Let's see. Binary Morse to text. All right. All right. So what our goal is today is to take binary Morse code and turn that into or take both ways to encode and decode binary Morse code. So take it from zeros and ones to to text and from text to zeros and ones in Morse code. So there's kind of two things going on. One, there's the concept of what Morse code is. Like, how do I make an A? Or how do I make a B? And then the other concept is then how do I encode an A into binary? So those are the kind of the two things that we'll be doing here, which is kind of cool. I do not know what I did there. And yeah, so let's do it. Actually I was gonna say the file not included in tree module. If you guys see this and you're in Rust and you're like, maybe you go and you start typing, you ignore it, and it's still persisting there. What that means is it's not actually part of the project because it's not part of the module tree. So all you have to do, we'll write this, jump over here, and mod, not tests, Moorse. There we go. That's all you have to do. All right. And you can see it's gone away. Cool. So let's look up Morse code really quickly. Morse code. And this is a pretty good one right here. Fantastic. So how this gets encoded into binary is that basically what happens is we break these into units. Land of the Elite. You know what? I didn't do it this time, but I do it a lot of the times. I leave an announcement in the live stream when I go live. And I forgot to do that today, specifically. So I'll do it right now. So if you're on Twitch, that announcement I only use for when I go live. So if you prefer Discord announcements, you have that. We'll make our own app eventually, but not today. You know, the null phone app? Sure, I'm sure that won't exist. Now it might. All right. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, a unit is a single 0 or 1. And basically we'll follow this right here. The length of a dot is 1 unit. So an A would be 1. A blank space is a 0. So you have 1 unit. The space between parts is the same length as 1 unit. So it's 1 1 1 0. And then a dash is 3 units, so it's 1 1 1. And then if there was a space between the A, that would be 3 units, so that would be 0 0 0. If there was a space between the word, that is 7 units, so that would be 7 zeros. So that is, in fact, what we're going to do. I mean, this is what we're doing. I don't know if there's an actual standard for Morse on binary. Because, like, okay, so there are, like, Morse is an audible encoding. So I'm somewhat making up the binary representation. If there's a better binary representation, please let me know and we'll go with that. But this is what I'm going with. All right. Let's just get to it. Let's see. I was hoping to get a little bit more. There we go. Okay, I think that this is actually kind of the dumb thing that we need. I think this is kind of the dumb thing that we need. This is going to be the easiest way to do this, but we're going to take this to binary, right? So instead of this representation, let's see. We're just going to update it to, oh, and they put a space. Okay. Do we want to do that? Like the separator unit? This would be 0, right? And this would be 1, 2, 3, and this would be a 0, and this would be 1, right? This would be 3 zeros, right? The space between characters. Right? Am I right there? Right. So a dash is 3 units. The space between parts is the same as the letter. So this space is 1 unit, which would be 1. The space between letters is 3 units, right. So this would be 3 units if we're encoding that into each one of these. Do we want to do that? I think that we would want to do that, is actually encode, which if we're doing this, we'll just do this at the end of whatever we'll just append this. You know, let's just do that because that will make it easier to read, I think. Let's see. We'll just do 0, 0, 0. Is append not a part of a mutable string? It's just push string. Okay. I'm sorry. Push string. Or push stir. Sorry. There we go. Wolf McPherson, I'm not really interested in Rust, but I'll check you out later. Going to work on a Discord app and try to use some HTMX and Go for the back end. So really interesting. We use HTMX for the Twitch alerts. So when you followed, hopefully the Twitch alerts work. I was kind of focused on doing that. Did the Twitch alerts work? Hopefully they did. We can check their current status. Okay, sweet. I still haven't fixed the playing. If I get the audio playing in my headphones, it doesn't play for you guys. And I know it's part of my configuration, and it got screwed up when I moved. And I'm about to move again, hopefully. So I'm kind of just postponing it. Anyways, they're written with HTMX and Rust. I'm actually, I professionally, I write a lot of Go. I don't write it on stream a lot because I won't get into that, but I don't write it on stream a whole lot anymore. So, unfortunately. All right, let's see. So dash is going to be 3 1s. 3 1s, a 0. And then we're going to do a 1 and a 0. And then a 1 and then a 0. And then a 1 and then a 0. Done. And okay. And so this is going to be 3 1s, a 0, a 1 and a 0. And then it's going to be 3 1s, 1, 2, 3, and a 0, and a 1 and a 0. Oh, this is not nearly as good of a stream as I thought it might be. I thought this might be fun, but this is going to be like really dumb. This is just really dumb. All right, well, welcome to... You know what we didn't do is actually check that these were all the right things. Let's actually run through that really quickly. D. D. Dot dit dit. Yep. Dit. Yep. dot it. Yep. G, yes. H, yes. Yes. KL. I used to know Morse code. My father made me learn it. So, yeah, this is just a little refresher. M, N. Those look right. Yes. O. Good. Q, yes. R and S. Done. T, U. Yep. Cool. Nailed it. We'll need to do the numbers as well, but that's fine. Can you not regex this to replace them quicker? I probably can't. You could probably regex it, right? Maybe I could. Because it's a pretty simple pattern. There's not a whole lot of things to do. Well, yeah, let's we can try that. No, where's our regex? I just want to like a online regexer. Is regexer a thing? No, it should be a website. Regexer that just regexes stuff. Regex. I want to say query executor. It's not a query executor. I used to know one when I did it more. Right. I get what you're... Yeah. You're right, Russell. Ooh, we could do it that way. Good point. We can just do it that way. Yeah. Okay. Land of Elite. You know what? I'm sure that you can do it here. I'm sure that it's just me. I'm sure that was just me. So, I honestly don't regex a whole lot. Probably should. You know what we'll do? I'm working on a couple of things for your channel points that you can make me do. Like some fun things. And one of them is going to be like a regex thing. Because I want to use it to basically force me to like practice some things when I don't want to. Not code relay. Where's the 2024? Oh, it was at the top. All right. I'm not used to this anymore. That's so nice. So nice. All right. So yeah, we'll just find and replace this. Replace this with 1, 2, 3, 0. It's okay. I think so. Yeah. Cool. All right. And then period or a period. We'll have to go one by one. We'll have to go one by one, but this should be fine, right? Let's see. Replace, skip, replace. Oh, wait. Oh, I hit enter, but it was on that, so this is a little annoying, but it's probably faster than me doing it manually. Definitely faster. Just requires a little clickety clackety. I'm getting good at it. I screwed it up. Just as soon as I was bragging about getting good at it. Stay humble, everyone. Stay humble. You see how bragging about it just tripped me up. All right, new method here. Look how bad I am at this. Look how I can't do this at all. Ugh. It's working. Self-deprecating, keeping me humble. There we go. All right. There's probably better ways. I feel stupid doing it that way. Oh, that would have been good. The block select would have been really great, right? Wait. I don't have an alt key mapped. Right, I would need an alt key. I've not used VS Code with this keyboard. Right, it's alt that I have to hit. I don't have that. Yeah. I can't block select right now. What do you use alt for? What do you use alt for? Block select. Okay, fair. Well, this is on my streaming computer, okay? And my streaming computer, since I've gotten this keyboard, has only been using Vim. Right? And so, like, I've just configured it for Vim. Oh, I screwed that up. Huh. Okay, that makes sense. So I've not had a need for alt. Alt F4. Okay. So I don't have Alt F4 either. I'm on i3. I'm not in Windows. I'm in i3. This is alt tabbing for me. Control Alt Delete. I'm still not on Windows. Like, it's still not on Windows. I don't. So none of those apply to me. Control Alt Left Right. I don't even know what Control Alt Left Right does, and I can't even test it now. It could do something. Is this Rust? It's some poor implementation of Rust, yes. Oh, on your... Oh, okay. It moves the workspaces. Again, I use i3. So, like... Again, like I said, I've just used this keyboard for streaming, and Alt has never come up as something to use, especially because, you know, the last 6 months I've been learning Vim. I feel like I should make more progress, except I realize that I only use it a day or two a week. So, like, you know, it's probably fine, but I feel like I should be better at it. I didn't say I can't block select. It's the first time it's come up with this keyboard, so I can put something as like a tap dance or like a hold for Alt to have Alt. I can do it. I just don't have it. We can do it right now. We could just go and let's see. This is the only way. I should bookmark this. Okay. Wait, let me log in really quickly. I am logged in. All right. Oh, look at this. I do have it. Huh. I was just joking. Of course I have Alt. Please. I've literally never used it. It had to come in the default. I'm just lying. I lie to you guys on stream all the time. Like, you guys should know this by now. Like, that's just what I do. I built this platform just to try to lie to as many people as possible. I'm not even moving. I just built this entire dungeon set just so it would look like I moved to a different location. All right, you guys caught me. I went through all the work of putting blocks down, of getting spiders, and that funky smell that's down here, just so you all would think that I was moving, but not be moving. So I did have Alt. I just didn't know it. Okay. Okay, so if it's a space, this was 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to encode. I know, Monta. I work hard in my lies. I honestly do. I don't want you guys just to get complacent, not second guessing me, those types of things. You know, I want to make it a challenge to lie to you all. Is that right? I don't know. Absolutely no idea. Truly have no idea. We're just going to accept these. And then we're going to validate. I got stuck between validate and verify. Oh. No, Russell, you misunderstand. I say I'm super lazy usually, right? Now, am I lying about that or not? Dang it. I don't even know what I say about that normally. I encourage people to work hard. I don't know if I've ever stated my work ethic. Maybe I have. I probably have. Probably bragged about it. I'm sorry about that. All right, this one's correct. Dit da da da. Dit da da da. Yep. Dit da da. Yep. Dit. Dit da dit. Is that? Yeah, that's right. Yep, right. 1, 2. Yep. Yes. Okay. Done. Put line into the stream tags. All right. Where do I do that? I can do that. I have to look into how to do that. I don't know how to do that off the top of my head. Am I lying about that? I don't know how to change the stream title. And but I just use Restream, and it makes me very dumb on the actual Twitch UI because you have to use the Twitch UI to change that. All right, so Land of Elite, you're right. The match has more capabilities than what we're using here. One of it is pattern matching, so like you can match patterns. I'm using it for the barest pattern matching that that we can do here. This is also a pattern match. This is basically saying if it doesn't, it's a catch-all. If it doesn't match one of the above, we're just going to push a blank space. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in theory, the stuff that I'm asking people to won't have this happen. I'm not going to put weird characters in there and stuff, so this should be fine. It won't be useful. Calling push string using a string, single character string literal. Okay. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Let's do that. Makes sense. All right. Does this... Is this all we needed to do? Let's see if we can't just decode this then. Let's do that. Decode. Yeah, let's do that. I love how it's just like, sweet. We'll use this function, which will definitely help. So decoding is going to be much more fun, right? So basically, we probably need to break this down into two parts, right? We're going to first want something that separates words, and then something that separates letters. Actually, do we care about words? No, we don't really care about words. So really, we just need to break the individual characters apart. So then we can actually decode them. So we need a function like this that will take a pattern like this. And so this is pretty easy because it's just the inverse of this. Can I get the inverse of this? Can I ask some AI to do the inverse of that? Let's see if ChatGPT will do it. No, map would be fairly good, wouldn't it? I don't know. Would a map be more efficient than a match? I doubt it, right? I don't know which one would be more efficient. We could do like a static map where we build this once and then reuse it for the life of the program. That's probably more, I don't know how, like, My guess is that a match would be effectively a hash map implementation below, right? So I don't know that this would be any faster. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, actually. I've never actually thought about that. Cool game dev. Hello, how are you? I heard that map is better to respect the open-close principle, but I don't know. Map is usually a constant time, Land of Leet. Map is constant time, or you've done it wrong. A hash map, 100% constant time, no matter what thing you access. For space. I thought you were talking about time complexity, sorry. You say log in time, so I assume time complexity. My apologies. What is this? What is this? The open closed principle. I don't know what this is. A hash map is always going to be constant time because it's based off of hashing, right? And all it does is it takes the amount of time for the hash. It's the same amount of time no matter how much you put it in. That's not the case for C++. If we're talking about a hash map. Now, watch, I may be wrong. Maybe they do something weird with their hash maps. They very well could. And a hash should be constant time. Absolutely. Like, a hash map should always be very, very flat line. If you look at a hash map, if we're talking about access, you know, you'll see graphs like this. And this is logarithmic time. So like basically you get more performant the more things that are in it. Like it takes more time. You know, this is time and this is the number of things that you're doing. It takes more time, but it takes less time for every new thing, which is pretty cool. Whereas constant time is going to be something like this. It has a cost to hash. It has a cost to hash. This is log in. And then there's like in log in. We could get into them, but it takes a set amount of time to hash, and hashing is expensive, but it's the same no matter how many trillions of items, gazillions of items that you have. Map in C++, I do believe is a binary tree. You're correct. Yeah. And that is login. 100%. Yep. Just a hash map is always going to be constant time. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. I apologize. This here, they say map in here, but I mean, it is a hash map. Well, a hash map is always going to be a hash map. Yeah, no problem. I didn't think about going over that. I believe I said hash map a few times, but I should have gone back to that. I know that they use the word map throughout here, but it is in fact a hash map. Let's call this decode Moorse. I think that a lot of people got away from the, like, okay, in C++'s defense, it blazed a lot of trails. But a lot of languages have taken from the failures of C++ or the things that they did wrong. Map would be a good one. If I have let mute thing equals map, this is like really ambiguous. What data structure is a map? This is actually why I hate, like, C# has dictionaries, which are hash maps. It's pretty common, and I think Python is the group that championed that, but it is a hash map. And so this is so much more clear as to what you have. Do I have an RB tree? If I do, just let me have a new RB tree. Like, make it the data structure. Rust does this really well. A lot of other languages, even like, I was gonna say Go, but not really Go. A lot of languages have taken that. Land Elite, that's why I like it to be very consistent like this. Don't make me memorized what a multi-map, what underlying data structure. Just make it the data structure that it is. Like, I think that's a mistake. All right, does this look correct really quickly? I'm just gonna do a quick thing and then we'll write some tests to actually prove it. That looks da is O, okay. This should be dit da, and this should be all da's da. Yep. This is looking correct. Space is 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, looks right. Oh, I was looking up this. What was this? This. The open-close principle is one of 5 solid principles of object-oriented design and software engineering. It states, software entities such as classes, modules, and functions should be open for extension but closed for modification. Classes, modules, and functions should be open for extension but closed for what does this mean? Open for extension, you should be able to add new functionality to a system without modifying its existing code. This allows you to adapt systems for changing requirements. This is overcomplicating a lot of systems, probably, in my opinion. Closed for modification, the core behavior of your existing system should not change. Once a class or module is implemented and tested, it should remain untouched. The person, if this is the actual thing, now, I don't know if ChatGPT is just hallucinating something here, but if this is the actual principle, this is a programming demigod. They write something once and they never touch it. Like, they have programmed in such amount of versatility into that class, into that struct, into that module, that they can just leave it untouched. This is a demigod. You guys should watch their stream because, my goodness, they're fantastic. Can you explain this with a... can you explain the open and closed principle with a map versus switch case? I mean, like, I don't know. But if this is correct, this feels unobtainable. Also, I don't know how this deals with map and switches. I'd have to think on that, because I feel like the extension part is like you could give it a different... I feel like the argument would be like you could give it a different map, but we're building the map in the function. So you can't actually extend it by giving it a different map or something like that, because we're just building it. So I don't even think that this is what... You'd have to take this map as an input or something like that, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I did it with a switch case. I can read a... Look. While I program Rust here, I only program Rust on stream or for my personal projects. I program a lot of other languages that use switch cases. I can read a switch case just fine. Now, a Python class, that hurts my soul. That hurts my soul down deep. I've just been shaken to my core. I regret this. To explain the open-close principle, using the comparison between a switch case structure and a map or directory, it's a hash map, but whatever. Approach. Let's break it down step by step. Switch case approach, violating OCP. Imagine you have a program that calculates the area of different shapes, and you start with a shape class and use a switch statement to differentiate between types. In this case, the method violates OCP because every time a new shape... Right. This makes sense. This makes sense. To adhere to OCP, we can refactor the design so we no longer need to modify the existing code when adding new shapes. Instead of using a switch, we can use a map or directory of strategies. I mean, this is more like inheritance. Yeah. I was gonna say this feels like polymorphism more than it does mapping. I actually don't see them using a hash map at all. They say... Ugh. I love ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT. They say map dictionary here, and then they're like, no, thank you. No, thank you. You know what? You know what? This was just a psych. There. 1990 just slapped you in the face. Let's move on. All right. Functional approach. Okay. Alternative, now you know where the line comes from. Alternative, you use following a more functional approach. You could use a map of shape types to functions instead of a switch. You define a dictionary that makes shapes names to calculations. This is modifying the existing code. Like, okay, so I think there's definitely nuance that we could go into. It means diddly for this, right? Where we build a map and then just, this is probably slower, right? And the reason this is slower than an actual, I know that this is a match case or a switch case, is that this is going to be done once. This is basically going to build a hash map one time, and we're going to be done. And this is going to, every single time, it's going to allocate a new map. It's going to hash all of these things every single time. Now, we could do this differently, like I said, where we pass the hash map in and do all of that. But that is more time and effort than I care to do for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here. We're going to go back here. And we're going to say... Can you do it with a match case instead of a map? Right. Spaghetti developer, like, I think one problem that hurts Solid is it's too pragmatic. Ew. It's too pragmatic. One thing that I think it encourages you to do is not keep your code simple when your code could just be simple. Like, this is stupid simple. Anybody could jump in here and see what this is doing. We could make this more complicated where you could actually change the operation of this function from outside of that function. But in actuality, that's not even useful here, right? That doesn't even provide you value because this is meant to encode characters into binary or into Morse code binary. Anyways, and so it's not even useful to update the functionality of this function from outside of the thing. So I think what happens is while Solid actually has some really good principles when you get to a really big code base, and maybe when you're talking about some of the core concepts of that code base, where you could isolate them out and be like, okay, look, nobody touches indexing unless they really have to, but indexing is such a solid thing that we've built, it has the ways to do most everything that you want to do. And I used solid in an overloaded way there, and I apologize for that. It's such a well-defined thing, and we know how we want to be able to mutate it and whatnot. You know, if I let you pass in any hash map here, this function wouldn't even encode or decode Morse code anymore. It would just map things to things, and maybe that's fine if that's what I want, but I don't. I want something that just does Morse code. Is this better? Is this better? Okay, so we can take this and let's hack this up. This is acceptable. Not quite there though. Decode character char. And what we're going to do is not this. Like, we're going to assume a single character has been input, right? Can we just do that with a char? I think. Spaghetti developer, we're actually going to test this with tests. And I won't need to rewrite this, right? I'll input a string and I will get back Morse code and I will test that that is what I expected to get out. This is where I think that solid code has, and I'm not even like, this isn't me saying don't test or anything. Solidating this up won't make this any more testable because it's so simple. And that's what I think that a lot of times solid developers, like the ones that are very pragmatic about it, they can't see that this is such a simple thing that they don't have to go through all of the loopholes, all of the interfacing and whatnot. I don't want to test this with some other encoding things. I want to test it with Morse code. That's it. But the spaghetti developer, while I disagree with you, please always feel free to bring up stuff that I disagree. I think the conversations are great and we can all learn something. And I hope that that's evident. Now, obviously, people probably disagree and people disagree with me. You know, I think that I don't like mocking, for example. And I know that a lot of people in my community highly disagree with me. So there you go. Do I need a temp? I feel like I don't want half of this stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Input. Oh, it can't be a char because one character will have a lot of stuff. Okay. I was not thinking about this. I was not thinking about that, right? It'd be something like this, right? Right. Russell mocks my dislike of mocking. So, I don't love this function that it made. This is what, like, I don't love this, but we will test these because that's actually the only way I know that these work, because they're not written for a specific application. They're just these are just tools I'm using to make the AI games. I probably could have done this with a regex. There we go. The AI games is where we test the ability of the AIs. We try to put them, you know, think of the Hunger Games, or I think it's like something called like American Ninja Warrior or something like that, where we put up a bunch of games to test how well coding AIs do coding things. So I'm about to announce when the AI games happen. They were going to happen in the middle of October. And the thing is, they will happen in the middle of October if I don't get the house that we put an offer on that we'll hear back by tomorrow night. And if we do get that house, we will probably push it to November because I will move at the end of October and I just won't have enough time, effort, or energy to put the... I've done a lot of prep work for the AI games. We have a lot of stuff going on for it. I don't want to sell myself short on the production of it because I put a lot of work into it. I put a lot of work into it. Have I considered creating my own LLM? No. The problem is that I don't have enough money to do that. So there's two ways that you could do it. There's two ways. You could start from scratch, and that's what a company like Anthropic or Hugging Face or any of those, where they start from nothing and they build their model up. Or, and so like this would be ChatGPT, ChatGPT, you know, this would be Gemini. The other approach is to take one of these, and there's Claude and whatnot. Anyways, it is to take one of these and tweak it. So this is billions. And to do this well, at least hundreds of thousands. At least. I have seen them done with $10,000, $20,000 worth of machine time that don't do well. You can get away with 10, 20,000, but it's not gonna do anything better than what you get with just the standalone ChatGPT. The ones that actually seem to be tweaked well enough, trained well enough, spend like $80,000, $90,000. And we're talking about big data sets too that you're training on. You need a lot of data. So for me to do this, and I would love to do this, for me to do this, first, I need a sponsor that was willing to waste $100,000 for my audience reach. And then I would need a massive data set that these people don't have. You know, some companies are doing it on their own data that they have, that they've acquired. I don't have access to that. And these people already take most open source stuff. Now, I could train it on how I write Rust, but that'd probably make it write worse Rust. I don't know that that would be a good thing. And I don't even know that I have enough of my own Rust to really make that matter. So this is the problem of me doing this. I don't have two things. I don't have the data set and I don't have the money. Once we solve those two easy problems, easy. Dana, I'm super happy you're liking your new job. Sure, I suppose you can talk about time as a thing. And if you're talking about a couple of RTXs, you're talking about $6,000 RTXs, because you're actually wanting to get, it's not their RTXs. You can do it with the 4090s, RTX 4090s. And I think you can do it with like 3 RTX 4090s. But it's not their 4090s. What is it? You're not wanting these. They have their Quadruno or whatever these are called. Yeah, I don't know where to. I don't know their. Yeah, these where you have like 48 gigabytes. So the only person that I know that has successfully done anything, he has 3 of these. All right, 3 of them. I think they're about $6,000 each. We can go RTX 6000. Okay, $7,000 if you can buy them. So even, let's say we go down this path, it would take months and a data set. And again, there's at least $30,000. There's at least $30,000 that I would have to go for. I'd have to get one of these or 3 of these. And then on top of that, you have to get a motherboard that can support 3 of these things, right? You got to have the hard drive. So you got to build a computer around this specific thing. So let's say realistically you can do it for 10,000 or 30,000. That gives you about 8,000 for the other parts, 6 or 8,000. It's still a lot of money. I am not that big of a Twitch streamer or YouTuber. Can't you rent? Yes, you can. Do you think it's going to be that cheap? I mean, you guys either think that I have much more money than I do, or like I don't know how much you guys think. You know what? I'm going to run an ad for you all, just to help pay for make 5 cents, 5 cents on a good day from ads. I think that I've earned like 50 cents. When there was like 20 of you, and I streamed for like 10 hours. So take that. AWS EC2 instances. You spend $5 a month to get 3 RTX 6000s? Oh no, Dane, you're saying you give the. I do super appreciate the subs. I do, and honestly, I don't spend that money. It goes into account, and I have been saving it because I would like to do stuff for streams with the sub money, 100%. My best month, I made $20. I will be very open with my finances from streaming. I made $20. We can see some on demand. Where's our? I just want instant. Here we go. Let's see. Is it the accelerated computing? I believe is the P5s have the latest generation of GPU based. Okay, so let's go to their pricing calculator. I wish they would give me the price, like on demand price here, like whatever. You have to go to their pricing calculator. Let's see. Yeah, thank you. Hourly rate, $100. $100 for the P5. So let's say it took about a week on a P5. So the P5 has a nice GPU. Probably would take a little bit less time. We can just Python this up. Since this is Dane's new favorite language, I'm going to use Python a little bit. $100 times, let's see, times 24 hours, 24 hours, assuming I'd make no mistakes or anything like that, times, 7 days, and we're only looking at $16,000. That's fair. That's fair. 17,000. This is why, people. This is why. A tiny box green. I looked at those one time. I don't remember how. I actually thought that they were a good deal. If I remember. Let's see. No, I want their I looked at this and I thought that they were a decent deal for what you got, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I mean, it's still 25,000. I mean, like, I said 30,000. I'm sorry. I overestimated. Actually, what's this view? This isn't enough. Yeah, it's the 79. This has 649. This is weird though. Why don't they do the RTX 6000? That seems like a better. Maybe they did the math, and this is like better bang for buck. I'm guessing they did the math, or maybe this is all they could get. They could get the 4090s. That's interesting. Just get an oxide at this rate? Right. The oxide is only $1 million. I would get that. So, look, I couldn't sell my model. I don't know if you guys understand that. What you can make with this will be a proof of concept. Now, you could host that somewhere on a cloud with a lot more compute to serve it, which is going to be very expensive. And then I'd have to bring value, something that I made a proof of concept on a tiny box. Now, you know what projects I would love to do with this? I want to teach my drone and my car that I'm building with my son to avoid obstacles. I would love to do that. And I think I could do that with something like this with enough training data. I would love to do like a proof of concept self-driving with our little RC cars that we're building, because that would be super cool, super educational, going through some of the math that has to happen. So like how you look at a flat road and how you tell if something's flat or not. Like, it's super cool. I took a Coursera course, so I'm basically an expert on it. And I would love to do those things, but they won't make me money unless people like watching me try to do those things. They won't make me any money. So like, there's no way I can afford to just drop $25,000 on something that's only designed to do this. It's not even designed to play video games. Russell. Get the tiny box, rent it out, buy the oxide with the earnings, rent it out. I mean, would people rent this? I would 100% buy this and rent it out. I just don't think people will rent SSH access to a box. Tiny grad? What's tiny grad? Remain tiny grad, the fastest growing neural network framework. It's extremely and breaks down most complex networks into 3 op types: element ops, reduce ops, movement ops. Okay, why would this? I mean, like, people could use this on it. What we would have to do if we were going to rent out an actual physical hardware, we'd have to come up with a network to provide access, SSH access. We could use something like Tailscale or Telescope or something like that. So we could do something where we could automatically give SSH access. And then the next thing that we'd have to solve is that basically when your time was up, we need to reformat the machine. So let's say we rent it by the week. When the week is done, the machine needs to get reformatted so that the next person can use it. Those are like the 2 big things, not super difficult. Yeah, not super difficult. And you don't even have you could do the SSHing manual or the formatting manually. You can just run a script. If you rent it by the week, you can be dumb like that, right? Like, okay, let's say you got one of these things. What, you have to reset it each week? Although I don't think that would be that hard to automate. You could do like Pixie boot even. So you could just reboot it and reinstall the OS, right? I feel like that wouldn't actually be that bad. There would be some nuances, because if you wanted to reboot the machine while you were running it, that should be fine. It shouldn't reinstall everything. All right, what have we done here? What have we done here? Let me get back into this. All of this is just super stupid. Watch this. Oh, we want, actually, yeah, we could just do, char, yeah. And then just, I did maybe just try to work out the business model of a joke. I apologize. I think that it would be super cool to provide something that we do on stream. Oh, I got a hair in my mouth. Sorry. That was gross. I think it would be super cool to provide something that actually provides value to people, that allows me to do more educational stuff and to learn more things and things like that. So I am always actually thinking about, the problem is I won't scam people, which makes it a little bit harder. Like, makes it a little bit more difficult. Yeah. I wanted to try this because one of their big things that they say is that it will suggest updating multiple lines. So I want to do that here. I want to do this and see if it does that. Return. Okay, it's doing it one at a time. It says it can do multiple lines. And who needs an Alt key when you have this gloriousness? Yeah, we could have done a find and replace a lot faster. So I don't think the AI is actually saving us here, because find and replace on output.push, like that would actually be really easy. So I'm not sure that the AI, I was hoping that it would do them all at the once. It'd be like, oh yeah, we're just doing this, but it's not realizing, is it? I mean, it's okay. Like, it's fine. It's whatever. Maybe the alt key was used for multiple lines. I mean, if I have to select the lines, the whole point of it was that it was supposed to like pick out edits that I wanted to make further down and also do those. So I didn't really do what I was expecting, at least. It didn't make it feel faster than what we did with the find and replace. Like, for me, I'm trying to, with the AI games, and actually I want to make a video after these AI games, like listing some findings and stuff, because what I found so far is there are some things, some repeatable, repeating tasks that that I think it actually does help speed you up. There are some things, and then there's a lot of things where I'm just, it did what we wanted there. It did it. Did it actually speed me up? I don't know that would have speeded me up over just the other things that we could do. So okay. So this will decode a character for us. This is wrong, though. This is wrong. Right? Because we shouldn't have 111. 1 second, 1 second. Let's go here. A is dit daw. So this is dit daw. Okay, no, this is fine. I was thinking that it was putting in. No, this is fine. And so this is daw dit 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 daw dit dit dit. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, so why are we doing Morse code right now? It's a challenge coming soon to Twitch and the greater AI scape. I can't tell you the date right now because there's stuff in my life that's in flux. Next week, I should be able to lock the date down. It's either going to be in November or it's either going to be in the middle of October or the end of November. Which one, I cannot tell you because there's some stuff that has to solidify, hopefully this weekend. And then I will tell you. I put a lot of work into it. It's meant to be both educational and fun. I'm actually doing some stuff that is mostly just for the fun of it. just for us to have fun as chat and streamer. And then there's some of the stuff that's supposed to be educational, to put AIs through their paces and see how good they actually are. One of those things that are that I do is I make a Advent of Code challenge. It's meant to basically be it's a 3-part challenge instead of a 2-part challenge. It's a challenge that they've never seen before. I don't put that code on GitHub until the day they see the challenge. I don't actually let, you know how we have an AI here, and this is a tool that is going to help me with the challenge. But they don't see the challenge code that's not put on GitHub. I don't open them up with an AI when I write the challenge code, the challenge pieces. It's meant to be segregated, you know, and I probably shouldn't even use them while typing this stuff up. Probably, but yeah. You know what? Next year I probably won't. That's probably a good idea. I probably shouldn't do that. So yeah, this is the Advent of AI challenge. And it's just one part of it, though. We have a bunch of things that we're going to do. We're going to I have signed up. I've signed up for Devon. I got accepted into Devon, but now I'm not accepted into Devon. So I asked for access again. I do have one of our stretch goals is Amazon has a AI that they say will build you business ready applications. So one of my stretch goals is to have an average of 30 viewers. We just have to hit that average. And not an average, but like hit 30 viewers without a raid. And if we do that, we get our tier 1 stretch goals. And then the other one is to hit 50 viewers. And if we do that, we get tier 2 stretch goals. And these are stretch goals because they'll actually cost me money, not just my time. And so I'm not going to tell you all of those, but they should be fun and we should learn a lot. We should actually see how these tools like AWS's, can they build you a an application, a business ready application ready to run in AWS? We'll find. I'm going to tell you the answer is no, but we're going to do a really simple one and we're going to review it. All right. All right. So that's why we're doing Morse code. So what we need to do here is we actually need to break out, we need to find characters and handle spaces, right? So spaces are, let's see. Let's just write this up here. Spaces are 7 zeros. Words are separated by 3 zeros. Yeah. And letters are separated by 1 0. Okay. So this decode char that we have basically takes a character and turns that into its representing thing. So and it doesn't take a character, it takes a entire string of things and it returns the character that represents. Okay. So we've got to basically keep a queue, right? We're going to have to do this with a queue. If I had done leak code more, I'm sure that I would know exactly what to do right now. But I think the way that we're going to do this is something like just a, I'm going to call it a char queue. And the idea will be that we'll keep reading and pushing until should we just regex this, honestly? Should we just regex this? This is probably the easier way of doing it. I was gonna say we could just keep queuing things until we hit 7 zeros and like keep a 0 counter. And then as soon as we've pushed 7 or 3 zeros, we know that we have a character. 3 or 7, we know that we have a character, right? And then this queue holds 1 character plus either 3 or 7 zeros. I think we should just split. Right? Yeah, let's do this sanely. So I think that we need to just split on words. Split on words. And then we can split on letter boundaries. And then we can compress this all. I think that this should be pretty easy. Yep. So this should give us all of our words. And then we can iterate over the words. I think, right? So then the letters in each word, we're going to split on 0, 0, 0, which is our letter boundary. And then we're going to collect those letters. We're going to... Wait, why are we splitting this? Oh, because these will have... Okay. No. We should just pass these. These are dealt with up here, right? Yeah. So we don't need... This is wrong for how we've done it, right? Just trying to think. We've already separated out. We don't have any word or space characters. And we don't have any of those in here either. Interesting here. This is wrong too, right? This is what I was thinking. There shouldn't be a 0 at the end of this because this is either going to be, a separator. Oh, okay. So there's something I didn't think of. This is A, or yeah, let's get A. This is A. This is A. If it has a word, if it's at the end of the word, like let's say a space, a space Bob would be an A, so 10111 dit da, and then it would have a space, which would be 3 zeros. So then it would be 000. But if it was a Bob, it would be 10111 and then just a single 0. So here we have gotten all the word splits out. And if the A is at the end of a word, it also won't have a 0 at the end, right? So these won't have, but they could have a 0 because, okay, so we have to do the character split like they're doing, right? Because we've got to basically check for if they exist, but then we have to rewrite this because this is not, this basically becomes a check. Ooh, what have I done here? Because basically this would have to be changed to take a vector of ones, right? Whether they're dits or daws. What have I done? So this won't work because they could have a 0 and they could not have a 0, depending on where they're at. We could obviously do the really dumb thing here. I'm maybe not against the dumb thing, right? We could do something like, not that. Something like this. I forgot. Sorry. We could do this. That feels really gross to me. But I can't remove the trailing. Well, could I just remove the trailing 0? The trailing 0 will always not be needed, right? So could I make it where we down here just remove the trailing 0? The other option is to make a struct for Morse code that basically has the concept of dits and daws that allows you to go put in a string and it would parse it out with dits and daws, right? That wouldn't care about this because it basically would just read this in and it would be like a dit, a dit, a dit, a dit, a daw. And then now that's our thing. So those are the two paths we could go. That feels a little over engineering to me because I feel like this would work and we can just pretend not to be dented and we're not trying to win a Nobel Prize or, you know, even coder of the day. But it also feels really, really dented. All right, I'm going to go get a drink of water, which is going to take me about 30 seconds. I'm going to take another 30 seconds to stretch. You get up, you go stretch as well. And let me know what you guys would like to do. We could solve it either way. I feel like the dented way is the fast and easy way. Not great though. It feels gross. I feel gross talking about it. But I kind of want to do it that way. And get to writing some tests. We'll think about it. Maybe we do it the dented. Think about it. Think about it with me. All right. We're going full dent. We're going full dent. Check this out. Check this out. We're gonna do this. No, not that. Edit. Do this for the rest of the cases. Oh my freaking goodness. How's the reject with prejudiced? There's just a reject. Never mind. I thought. Okay, it can just do it one line at a time. It can't even do it one line. Oh, okay. This one confused it. This one it got confused on because it's all zeros. Oh my goodness. You can't hit tab too quickly either because then it gets dented. Although we're going full dent mode. What we're going to do is my wife is going to get home at like 1:15. And I'm going to have to hard stop because it's her birthday today and I'm taking her out. And so I will hard stop. But what we'll do is we'll do it this way, and then we'll start doing it, and we'll write tests for it this way, and then we'll try to refactor it to not be so dented like this. If this in fact works. Whoa, 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 buddy. Actually, that would be fine. We'll never actually return these things. We'll never put those things in there. So there's no reason to test for them, actually. Okay. That didn't... I'm disappointed in Cursor. Everybody keeps saying how, like, it will do all of them afterwards, and they show demonstrations where it does it. This was really straightforward. This should have been that thing where it's like we're chopping the zero off. That's all we're doing, and we're doing it for all of them. I'm actually super disappointed. Like, there's no clearer time to do a multi-edit than this one. I'm disappointed. Uh-oh. Did I save this? Update. Let's see. No right since last change. Yeah. Okay, I just need to quit out of this. All right, full dented. Good. We now don't have to worry about this. We'll do output.push letter. Done. Now, we don't want to push this because this is just between characters. No. No, these are all letters. 4 letters in letters. Right. We don't want to push a space for this, right? For every single letter, that's one word. And then for a word, we want to put a space after it. Okay. Yeah, I think this is good. Let's see. Mismatched types. Expected a string, but found a char. This shouldn't be chars, right? the vector of stirs. And this takes stirs. Wait. What am I missing here? Oh, this is push stir. It should just be push because push takes a char and this returns a char, right? Yeah, this returns a char. So that was wrong. Okay. Yeah. This should actually be gone, right? Yeah. Okay. So it was this complaining. I thought it was decode char that was complaining, but it was actually the push was complaining because it takes a char. Anyways, my bad. Maybe stop before. Well, I don't have a car. She's gone. So there's no doing that. I have a surprise for her, though. So it's a pretty good surprise. And trust me, when we go out to eat, she'll get plenty of sweets. All right. And then I think we can get rid of all of this because this was just an AI hallucinating something that I don't think was useful. Let's see. This is already a reference to a stir, so we'll remove that. Done. Okay. So the AIs were like not close, but let's go ahead and write some tests. I don't even know if this is hello and this is world, but you know what? We're gonna go with it because we'll be able to test because it's just the inverse. This is actually something I have theorized AI should be really good at is tests. Like doing some statistical analysis of what the next test should be. It failed. Now, did it fail because it was wrong? Or let's see. So we included hello. Oh gosh. These are very different. These are very different. Now, is this wrong? Oh. Is this wrong or is our encoding wrong? You know, I don't really know. I don't really know. So let's start with some easy stuff. Let's start with A. Because we do know what A should be, right? A should be dit da. So dit da should be a 10111. Will it have a 0 after? I don't know. I think it shouldn't. I honestly don't. How did we do the encode? We did the encode where we put the A on afterwards, the O on afterwards. So it's going to have this is all wrong. All of these should have these removed, right? These are separators, and this would be incorrect. Oh, look at this. It got 2. It decided it could do 2. It couldn't do the rest. It couldn't do this one. It could do 2 more. But then it's not doing any. Maybe if I go down to here. I don't know. Are people like so desperate on X to get some sort of clout? They'll say just about anything. I mean, I say stupid stuff, but okay, so then what we need to do here is basically put a 0 on. So this is for char in input chars. If it's not the last character, how do I know if it's the last character? Oh, I need to switch back to a real editor. How is this here? I feel like it's done this to me before. When I'm over here, it's wait, what line is that? 163? I feel like this AI editor has just like, okay, I'm done with it. I'm like super done with it. I think it's bad. I think cursor is actively bad. Okay, so basically I need to append a 0 if it's in between characters, but if it's the end of the word, I don't. Looks like it does 2 for the ones that have the same prefix. Oh, okay. Maybe it's the prefix. Maybe how they trained it to judge is based off of that. But that's the second time that I found random stuff in a place that I feel like it had to put there. I mean, I didn't put it there. I wasn't even working in that area of the file. Okay. Back to this. Do we change this to a... this doesn't give me an index. I can't get yeah. I was gonna say, like, can I get like with an index? I don't do this very often in Rust. Like, I just want their position. Yeah, this isn't exactly what I wanted. I can try it though. So this should be like C.1, right? And oh wait, let's see. 1 is front offset, and then the 2 is the iterator. So sorry, that was backwards. This should be like C.2. Oh no, it is 1 because it's 0 index. So this should be 1, and then we can go C.0 will give us where we are. But how do we know if that's the last? I guess we need let length equals input dot length. All right. So we'll do that. We'll capture the length if actually let's let's do this. Let's do last index. And we'll subtract that by 1. And then we can say if c.0 oh my goodness. So if c.0 is equal to the last index. Oh, no. If it's not equal to the last index, this is exactly what we want to do. Okay. Wait. Is this... Oh, okay. So this is the match case here. So we want to put it here. There we go. All right. Yeah, let's try this. Now, a pure A should come out as this. Right? And we could take this and do another one and say like AA should come out as a 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Oh, this is actually what I don't love about... How do I run tests straight from here? How do I run tests, my Rust tests from in here? I guess I could do like straight commands, right? Let's just ask Google really quickly. Vim run command. It's NeoVim. Maybe I should. I mean, I could just do it in a separate terminal like I've always done. So that's fine. It's cool to be able to like just run this one test. I like. But I mean, I can always just go. But I can also just run this test, my test encode. So I think that would just be like encode, right? Yeah. Okay. Left was this, right was this. Oh. It's putting a word space at the end of that. Is that the correct thing or not? Is that the correct? So I guess it's saying, well, it's the end of a word because we encode takes a string. Oh, this doesn't even work properly, does it? No, it doesn't. This is broken. Neo test? Oh, cool. Thank you, Land of Elite. One thing that I would like to be doing by the end of this year is I'm looking to put together a website for all of the stuff that we do, maybe with a calendar and stuff like that. But and I'll probably have a blog that goes along with some of my videos. But the other thing is I want to put like useful links. I want to have like a link tree where you can like all my NeoVim useful links and all my other things. Oh, this is cool. I'll have to look into this. One, as a place for me to put them, but also like as an organized place for like, you know, there's websites that you don't know about. Like, do you guys know about db.io? I think it's DB. Yeah, the database of databases. DB. Why did it search when I typed in db.io? Do you guys know of this? If you want to look through databases, there's stuff like this that you just might not know about. Look at this. They even have the best database right there. I don't know how alchemy got. I don't know how that worked out, but oh well. It's not the best. This is kind of inaccurate, but it's still cool. It gives you an idea of things to look up. Oh, cool. I'm not going to remember all of these, but when it's out there, either we'll have a place to put feedback or like suggest. We'll have a way to suggest these, and I kind of want to do them as like a tree so you can explore on your topic. Like, maybe we can do like a topical search or something. We'll figure it out, but I want to make it easy to navigate and find useful information on whatever the thing that you're trying to do. But just useful things that you might not have known about. That's a cool one. I've never seen it, but. Okay, the problem here, let's see. This only encodes a single word, right? This only encodes a single word, not an entire string. Because this reads in the input. It takes that input and breaks it into characters. Oh, no. It works. It works. Because it puts this at the, if there's a space. What we need, what we don't have, is this. I don't know what I was going to do. How do we do? So if there's a space, we do this. But if there's Wait a second. I'm getting myself confused. Words are separated by 3 spaces. But that is a space. Why do I say 7 spaces are 7 zeros? What did I... The length of a dot is 1 unit. The dash is a 3 units. The space between parts is 1 unit. The space between letters is 3 units. That's what we're missing. That is what we're missing. The space between letters is 3 units. I was like, there's a 3 units. So what we need to do is after each one of these, we need to put a 3-uniter. So if it's not the last, we put a 0. If it is the last, we put a triple. And we don't put a triple here. Now, that being said, if it's the last... Okay, this is going to be fine. This is kind of a weird thing. But basically, we're always going to have 3 zeros at the end of our encoding. Because it will say that's the last in a word. We're going to put 3 zeros. Even if it's a period. and then it will do it. Like, does that make sense? That it makes sense to me, but it's not maybe correct. Yeah, I had no idea what to do, but we wanted 3 zeros. This is push stir, and this is a string. Okay. Now we can go back to our test is still wrong because we do expect 3 zeros to be at the end of it. Basically, everything's going to end with 3 zeros. We need to fix that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, we have to actually encode world. I would just take this, but I'm not going to trust that I did the right thing. So, like, part of this is to encode world. Okay. W is dit da da. Dit da da. So a dit would be a 1 0 1 1 da da. Okay. So far so good. So far so good. Now we need an O. So an O is going to be da da da. Da da da. The AI was 100% wrong there. 100%. Okay. R. Dit da dit. Dit da dit. So dit da dit. All right. Easy peasy. L. Let's get some dit da dit dit. So dit da dit dit. Done. D. Da dit dit. Da dit dit. And then we'll expect 3 zeros at the end. All right. I'm going to just delete this one. Morse code encoded. Now let's test so a space. We'll just do a new one here. Function test encode spaces. Okay. Let's see. This is an A is dit da, so this is dit da 1 2 3 dit da 3. Okay, beautiful. It picked up on what we were doing up here, so good. Repetitive tasks again. So A is dit da. Okay. Cool. Wait. A space between letters is 3 units. Right. A space between words is 7 units. That's the thing. This is wrong. These should be 7 units. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is wrong. If there's a space, we put the 7 in there. Is this wrong? Oh, it just, at the end, we always have 3. Because there's not a space, it's just the end. And so it's fine. It's fine. It is wrong, and we will fix it, but... And then what we're going to do here for one final test is just a world. I can do something like VIW, yeah, just to select that. So A is this, space, and then world. Nice. All right. Let's test that out. Oh, wait, what did I do that? Encode spaces. Oh, this is where it gets real dented. It gets real dented. A space goes to, it has 3 extra zeros, right? Because of our dentedness. Is there an easy way to fix this? ICS Boxy, how are you doing? Two tap. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Welcome. I don't have a theme. I'm not sure what you're talking about. ICS Boxy rated. What? ICS Boxy. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you all doing? I don't have a whole lot of stuff. What theme do I use in Vim? I don't know. It's whatever came with Kickstart. I never changed it. Yeah, I might need help. It was dark. I didn't care that much. Tokyo Night seems reasonable. Yeah. If people want that, I can make that a command. I do have command set up. I just don't have that one as a command. Okay, so this is super dented, and I don't know I don't know why I'm struggling so much off the top of my head. I need to separate words. Let me think. The space between letters is 3 units. What am I doing here? Okay, so I gotta think about this. For some reason, this is kicking my butt more than it should be. How was your stream, Icy Boxy? Anybody that doesn't follow it, let's give them a shout out. I don't know why I say icy. ICS Boyix. I don't know why I've called you Icy Boxy for so long. And that's so not what you're called. ICS Boyix. This is what it really is. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for the raid. And sorry for mispronouncing your name. I have no idea how to pronounce names. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Okay. So we're given a big input string, something like this. Merrick has no idea what he is doing. Okay. And in this string, we have words, we have characters, and we have spaces. Spaces are 7 characters, 7 zeros. Between the M and the A is 3 zeros, right? No. Wait. The space between letters is 3 units. The space between parts of the same letter is 1 unit. Right. This is where I was getting confused. This is where I was screwing this whole thing up. This is 3 units. The space between characters. If it's not the last one, it's just actually we can just delete these 2. It's just this. I so screwed that up. This should work now. It doesn't. I thought that it might. How was your stream? ICS Boyx. It's probably not how you meant for people to pronounce it, so I apologize in advance. I think it's ICS Boy X. That might make more sense than Boy X. Boy X is kind of fun to say. Say it out loud. Just go with me. Say it out loud and try that. It's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of enjoy saying it. I will go with ICS Boy X. That's what. Anyways, thanks for the raid. Now that I've said your name 12 different ways, I don't know why I always called you Icy Boxy, and you never corrected me either. You're a fantastic person that I don't even know. Okay, so I think what I need to do, and I haven't done here, is I just need to split words out. I tried to just handle it all really dumbly, and this stupidness is biting me in the butt, right? I need to do the same thing that I did for the encoding. We're gonna move this into its own function, or for the decoding. The decoding forced me to. I thought I could get fancy here, but I got too fancy for my own pants. Encode word input, and we'll just make that some stir string. Oh wait, are we returning a string? Yeah, we'll return a string. Let's see, do one of those things. I think I can just paste what I copied and then do that. It's not going to be perfect. And then basically give us an output string. We'll still, now we can actually follow the last index, and the last index is actually the last index of the word. So we'll ensure not to tack something on. Boys and girls, this is where tests are so important. We didn't even notice this bug until we decided to write some tests. So if it's not the last index, at this point we are dealing with a word. So if it's not the last index, it is one of these, right? Sergeant Pepper, what's up? How are you doing? Oh no, I was doing that to this. I thought that was the new encode word. Oops. Well, this all can get deleted. Actually, let me delete that and put that down here where it's supposed to be. If you're doing unit tests have to be simple. They don't have to be, but they're the easiest to leverage when you keep it simple. Okay. I can delete this then. And now testing UI stuff is a much bigger problem. It's not one I've seen done well or cleanly, but this is just going to do the same thing. We really want to do what we did down here, basically. Let's see. We're going to do something like this. Okay. So let's see. We're going to split on word boundaries, which is going to be a space. So basically we'll collect all of our words and then we'll collect, our decode will handle words. So we don't need to do this. We can do decode or encode word, right? Encode word, word. Yeah, that's it, right? Why is this complaining? Or we have an extra thing there. Okay. Okay, so let's run our test. I don't know if that worked. It's upset about indentation. This file contains an unclosed delimiter. Uh-oh. I screwed up. Let's see. 1902. It's good to see you. Where did I do this? Let's see. This has a matching bracket, right? Yeah. And that's matching. Why is I didn't touch this. Oh, I did just copy and paste all of this. Okay. I see. I see what I've done. We just need one right here. One of these bad boys right here. Maybe not right there. Let's see. Let's see where this one goes. So we do percent. Okay, that's not where I meant for that to end. That should end right here. Right? And maybe that doesn't need to be there. That can go there. Okay. Love the old. Thanks for the follow, and you're welcome for the old modem sound. We wrote those Twitch alerts all live here on Twitch, so that's some of the stuff we do. We actually have a lot of updates to do to that whole system. I actually want to make it so other people can use it for their Twitch alerts if they want. When I get to that, I work on things in bursts. Right now, we're working on the AI games. It's a big thing that I do. I think I'll do it once a year. So we're kind of full steam ahead on trying to get all the stuff done for that. I don't have the dates just yet. I'll have them at the end of this week, hopefully. We'll be doing that, and it should be a ton of fun. Hopefully. And educational. I try to keep it educational as well. A lot of times you're learning about how stupid I can be. But sometimes I actually share a tidbit of information that's useful. Sometimes. Okay. Did I fix this? Okay. Did our match? Let's see. That's matching. Okay. So now, let's see. Is this matching? Is that where we wanted to match? Okay. So let me walk through the logic of here. Our last index is that. And so this is encoding a word. And so at the end of the word, we want to put a space. All right. Okay. We don't need all this complicated logic, right? We can just do this because we are at the end. It's the end of the word. This is just encode word. So at the end of encode word, we want that. But in here, we want to do the if. If it's not the last one, we want to push a 0 in the middle of it. Yep. Okay. Now. Oh wait, this is just wrong. Push stir. Let's do this. Okay. This is looking better. The worst part about tests is when the unit tests some function and all your tests pass, and then you run the app and there's an edge case or bug that you can't find. I think that's one fallacy of... So when I look at tests, I look at them as a declaration of the human that wrote the code, how they expect the code to work. You can never expect a test to handle every edge case. Now you can... When you have an edge case, you should put that in the test because you should encode that in the test as a place where, thanks for the follow, that's AI generated best of the best right there. Actually, we need to update that to make it a better AI because it's still on a dented 3 turbo. We could use like 4.0 now. Anyways, the thing about a test is generally... They describe how the person thinks it should and shouldn't work. They don't do very well. They're not fuzz tests in general. Unit tests aren't. So when you have an edge case, you have to add it to it, but you can't say, hey, it was tested, thus there shouldn't be edge cases. I think it's sometimes a trap that we fall into. Let's see. Is this working now? Okay, I think that this is correct now. But now this is upset because a char found string. Expected a char? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Oh, it's talking about push. Push is expecting a char. Sorry. My apologies. I fixed that. Fixed it. Okay. Now. Test spaces. Failure. Ooh. How did... Oh, wait. how did we get an overflow? Wait. Why are we in Moorse? We weren't supposed to be in Moorse? Oh, we are. We're in Moorse. We're in Moorse. Sorry. That's the right place. How did we get a subtract? Well, as I always look at tests as documenting how I think it should and shouldn't work. Obviously, you should try to find, like, so, for example, here, in this, I have documented with test encode spaces how I think spaces should encode. And if we do a test decode spaces, I'm saying how I think decoding spaces should work. And all of the edge cases I can think of. All of the different ways you could decode and encode those things. It is not a... I mean, this is why we have fuzz testing. Because you can't come up with random... I mean, like, you can, but it's a lot of the times difficult to do well. Okay. How did we get a attempt to subtract with overflow at 18? I don't know. Oh, I do know. I do know. Fantastic. Encode word. We are giving an empty string into word. Okay, that's a problem. I think this is fine. There's no word that is an empty string. This is fine. Right? And this failed. I don't know which one. Okay, so how is it getting split? That, let's see. How is it getting split where there is an empty, I'm trying to think of this. Test encode spaces. Oh, this. This right here. If we delete that, does it all work? No. I messed up. There shouldn't be a space. A space is encoded by 7 zeros. Oh, this gets worse. I thought I was so close. Okay. Well, so it does solve. This is the problem, but this should work. We should be able to handle this. So let's, I guess this is asking it to encode nothing but a space, right? Which is a little weird. I mean, the easiest way to do this is if word.length is less than 0. I mean, if the word is there another way to get a 0 space word? I guess if there was 2 spaces in a row, right? Maybe we'll do this. I think that will be... Oh, okay, okay. We can do that. We can do that. All right, let's see. Wait. How did this fail? Wait, did I not save it? Did I not save it? Maybe I didn't save it. Attempted, how did I? Does is empty not mean the same thing as I thought it was? Wait. If the word... Oh, no. I don't know why I did not. Oh, I don't know why I did not. Okay, cool. Boom. Beautiful. Fantastic. Now, we just have to fix the tests. This is encoding. So why am I pushing spaces and not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros? That's the question that we need to be asking ourselves. That's the question you guys should have been stating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't believe you guys let me do that. I'm appalled at all of you. Okay, fantastico. So I'll address multiple assertions in a test because I think they're fine. Now, I think there's some good points there. And we'll talk about them. First thing here is these are all wrong now because we don't have the trailing zeros because we fixed it because we're not as dented as the AI. So that should work now. Or not. Or absolutely not. Wait, no. Oh, it's running all of them. Let's see. Test and code panicked. Left, right. So left was, because it put a word space. Now we put a word space at the end of everything. Let's fix that. Okay, so the reason multiple assertions are fine in general, we have 3 things here that we're testing basic thing. And here we're testing different ways to add spaces. You know, one of the tests here could be a double space. Now we could make a separate test for it and that's also fine. But the thing is, if one of them fails, there could be multiple that fails. And for you to know the other ones that are also failing, you would have to fix the one that is currently failing. So I get why some people like to have only a single one. For me, I just feel like that's a little overly engineered. You know, we'll have an empty space, a single space, and then really what we should test is a double space, you know, where there's 2 spaces in a row. That should be this right here. So I'm personally okay with it because if I have a failing assert, like I got to go fix that anyways, right? I don't get to like be like, oh, but if I only knew there was other ones, well, let me fix the one that I know is failing anyways, and then I can worry about other ones. Because I also, one thing that I think sometimes we get is, let's say this put 12 of them the failing. You could get an overload of like, oh, there's so many different things that, and like maybe you're trying to find a correlation between them. No, focus on one and figure it out. I don't know. It's also fine to not do multiple asserts. I think they're fine though, especially when they're all around the same thing. Yeah. Okay. So what's happening now is basically if it's at the very end, it's going to append a space, but that's not, can we just delete this? Wait. For word in words, what we need to know is if it's the last word. So we could just delete the final ones, but that seems bad that we're just pushing. We can just do the index. What is it called? What is the iterator with the index? We used it down here. We used it up here. Char and that's for I just want the indices. Can we do words dot in performs the index? I don't know, that's what I want. Let's do this. I need to go read. Yeah, I don't think that's what I want. Can I get... Yeah, a single assert per unit test is a great way to test the reader's ability. I was going to say, I think, like, this right here, it makes sense. I'm testing the different ways to add a space. And yes, there are obviously multiple ways that this could fail, like the double spaces versus single space, but these should probably be distinct problems as well. This is an empty word. This is just the standard case, and this is a double space because some people do that. And ensuring those things get encoded properly. But they're all testing in the spaces. Like, I don't know. Like, you could break this out into each one, but I don't ever. If you want to make a pull request to this code when it's open source, absolutely go for it. For those of you guys that don't know, I don't make it open source until the AI game so that no AI has seen it before. That's kind of the goal. So. All right. Oh, wait. You know what? I think I was just overthinking this. In this case, we'll do this, right? Okay, so we can do this, right? So we can do, wait, it would be like this. Word inwards dot, I think it's just iter, right? It's dot iter. Maybe I need to do enumerate. I think I do. So we can do this. And then we can basically do our, if I does not equal the last index, which is what this is equal to, wait. So we want to push a space if it's not the last word. So the AI was wrong twice. We just want this. Okay. I don't have curly braces in if statements, do I? Where do I have that? Oh, you didn't know that. You were making the statement. Oh, sorry. It will actually complain at you if you put curly braces or if you put parentheses in here like this. It will unnecessary parentheses around the if. Don't tell if I want to make it look more readable. Don't complain. I mean, you can turn that off, but whatever. Okay. I'm sorry, good sir. Function encode word is never used. What am I looking at right here? I guess they're saying that because they're saying encode is never used, but encode is used. We have a test that tests it. Good sir. Okay, let's run these tests. This one's wrong, right? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and yeah, it has too many. Okay, so 100% here, 100% for those of you. I put tests that are testing the same thing. So this is your basic test. These are just testing pure character encoding, which we got working. This is testing spaces and how spaces are handled. They're all the same thing, and that's great. I don't put multiple asserts that test different things in the same one. I do agree with that. I absolutely do agree with that. I'm testing the same concept, the same thing that could fail. I think it doesn't count as a use case. Oh, right. So it's not considered a library. So this is actually a different module. And so it doesn't count because it's never used in that module, which is fine. I could ignore it if I wanted to. I've left it for right now because I don't care. I don't care. Telling you right now. Don't care. No, don't care. Encoding spaces. Left, right, failed. Moorse. 229. 229. All right. Do we accept this as the right answer and update it? Because we can walk through the logic. Let's do that really quickly. So what happens is it's empty, so it pushes this. Is there 2 words? I actually don't know why it's doing this. I did this because I thought this would solve our double space issue. Like if somebody put 2 spaces, it would get encoded because there would be an empty word in between the spaces, right? But it seems like splitting, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. Yeah, it gives us 2 empty ones. Fantastic. So this is not a good way of handling this. Should we just call trim on our string, on our input stream? I think somebody recommended that and I was like, nah, I got this. Nah, I got this. Let trim okay. Beautiful. Why I didn't trim beforehand was because I was testing you guys to see if you came up with it. I don't think you said anything about it. Pretty sure you guys didn't. All right. You guys failed the test. Sorry, but it's true. Same person that I don't think so, Sergeant Pepper. I'm pretty sure you didn't. Stop lying and don't go back in the history. Don't look at it. Just trust me. Would I lie to you guys? Just please. Would I lie to you? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right. $232. 232. 232. All right. It does not like this. It said, no bueno. All right. Left, right. Let's see. Left was this. Right was this. Wait. Let's look at this. So this is a dit da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So space and then a dit da. Okay. So our right is right. So the right is right. The left is wrong. We have too many zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 3. So we did a space, or we did a word separate, or we did a character separator with our space. We can fix that. And then we also added a space at the end for kicks and giggles. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Why did A space A get zeros tacked onto the end? Also, I just wanted to tell you all, thanks for joining. I super appreciate you guys coming and hanging out, teasing us a little bit, learning a little bit. All right. What am I missing here? None of the other ones are doing this, right? right? It has to be something unique because this one is spacing wrong. I suppose this is a spacing issue because these are passing. They're not putting the zeros at the end, but these ended up putting zeros at the end. Oh, no. Oh, no, we got zeros at the end. We're just zeroing wrong. Okay. Fantastic. Why would we put zeros at the end? So if we remember correctly, 3 zeros is a space between letters is 3 units. So that's the pause between letters, the differential between letters. Why? Oh, I see lots of bugs here. First is we're not putting the 3 spaces in between letters. So for each one of these, we need to put 3 zeros, right? So we have a word, and we use encode word to encode that. And then we need to push 3 zeros at the end of a word. Or at the end, in between each character. So this should be encoding 3 zeros, right? Fantastic. The problem is this is going to put 3 zeros at the end of every single word. Or, wait. It's not at the end of the word, because that's a space. At the end of every character, it should put 3 zeros. Except for the last one. I'm doing this wrong again. We already did this, right? It's here that it should be 3 zeros. Right? In between, and then I don't know why we have that here at all anymore. We've been over this. Because a word should have 3 characters, and that will be handled up here. We encoded a word. And this will deal with spaces. Okay. Right. And then if it's not the end of the word, we put 3 zeros in there, right? Okay. This is correct now. The world has united, and fantastic. That did better. I think our right is wrong here, right? Because we should have 3 spaces. Because this is AA. So our test is wrong. There, right? Yeah. Right, because this is dit da, and then there should be 3 zeros. And then dit da. Right. Okay. Now that test should pass. Beautiful. Okay. Fantastic. All right. All right. Well, let's see. Let's just run the spaces one. So we did the A, we did the double space. Yeah. And then A world failed. Now, I'm going to start to guess here that I encoded world wrong. And do you know why I encoded world wrong? I didn't put 3 spaces in between characters. That's why. I think we could be able to update this pretty easily because world is failing here too. So if you're looking here, world is failing for the exact same reason. Because yeah, there should be 3 spaces in between characters. We have to do this again. Okay, so W is W looks kind of like a W. It's the dit da da. Okay, no, W does not look like a what? What was it that I thought looked kind of like? I don't know. It's dit da da. So dit da da is world, 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Now we have O is da da da. So we have da da da. Now 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we have O. Okay. R. So R is dit da dit. Dit da dit. 1, 2, 3. So now we have our L. Our L is going to be dit da dit dit. So dit da dit dit. 1, 2, 3. And then this is the last one. Okay, so that should be I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That should be it. And it did. So test encode worked, spaces failed, and now we can just update world with that one. Beautiful. Fantastic. Fantastic. What did we pass? Thanks so much for the follow. Did you enjoy your AI generated follow message? We got to do a lot of work on that, make it a lot better, but it thanks for the follow. It makes stuff up about you, so if it says stuff that's not true, actually, I mean, all of it's not true, but it just makes stuff up about you. It's pretty interesting because I think it tries to do it a little bit off of the name. So yeah. I have some stuff for people who are going to try to name them. You know, when I'm big and famous in a couple of weeks, when people try to make their username based off of that, but it probably won't work. We'll find out. All right. What were you saying about this, Sergeant Pepper? Ooh, the parameterized. This is cool. Yeah, that's cool. All right. So we know this is a world. So we're just going to test decode. We're going to do something easy first. Dit da is A, right? So that should be A. And then we can do another easy one. That should be E. Well, let's do world now. World is going to be this. All right. All right, so when we decode, we are getting a space at the end. Okay. Easy peasy fix. Like, I could fix this in my sleep. Like, I basically already fixed it. I don't even know what's wrong, but I've already almost fixed it. All right, so we first split on words, then we split on letters in those words. And then we push those, we do decode characters. And then we just very stupidly push a space with no test for if it's the last word. So all we need to do is just do iter dot enumerate. We'll do I word if if I is equal to this, right? Oh no, if it's not equal to that, we'll go ahead and do this. Yeah. And then done. Beautiful. Beautiful. We fixed it. You guys have failed me. So we have a world on the left and world on the right. Let's check that out. We copied this, which is 100% a world, not this. So it did decode properly, actually. That was an ID10T error. That was also an ID10T error. We did fix it. We just hadn't fixed the test. Okay, beautiful. World. Fantastic. And now we're going to test decode spaces. Spaces. Done. And this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Sergeant Pepper, I agree. Like I said, tests are you as a developer demonstrating your intentions a lot of the time. They're also there to test that things don't change and get broken. Because what that's actually doing is you're testing that the developer's intentions that wrote it, which should follow some business logic, don't get broken. So if your intentions, if somebody goes and changes the function and it changes the intention, it breaks the test. Beautiful. Fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Actually, I don't know what I just typed. Let's do 1, 0, 1, 1, and this will be E space A. Beautiful. And then we'll do the A world. I did not mean to do that. Yank that. That's A world. We will decode A world. A world. Now, obviously, I could put a few more tests in here to test a few more characters. And we can do that, but I'm getting pretty happy with what we've got so far. Maybe we'll do an ABCD. You know what we'll do? We'll do in this one, just the base test. We'll do this. That will be a good one to test every single character. All right, we'll do that one. All right. Who wants to make that into binary for me while I'm doing the other ones? Somebody out there wants to do that for me? Do it. Put it in chat. Or a pasty bin. You know, chat might not hold that all. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. We then also need to decode. We also need to decode that. Oh, I immediately regret that. You know what we're gonna do for the time being? We're gonna do this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, sweet, sweet comment. I mean, the test will pass. I have no worry that it won't pass. I just have to do it. And I don't know all of it off the top of my head. Okay. Did everything pass now? No. A and E. Wait. The right is E and A, 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we got an extra space with double spaces. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. Left. Yeah, left had more spaces. Let's make sure I didn't encode one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. I got the right number of spaces in there. Oh, so if these are 2 in a row, there's going to be an empty word in the middle, right? Okay. So what we need to just check is if a word is empty, and we'll just continue. That's how we'll clear this up. That's easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. If word is empty, no, we're just going to continue. Oh, wait. No, we do need to do this, right? Because that's... How are we counting? So here are our words, and we push a space at the end of each word, right? But this is a double space. I think this is fine. Let's run this and see. This is why it's nice to have a test. We can just run it. Right, we have too few spaces because we consumed 1 space. So let's do this. Done. Done. Fantastico. Fantastic. All right. All right. Well, awesome. I'll do this later. I won't do this on stream. My wife is about to be home, so I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping up. We'll find somebody to raid. Does anybody have a good suggestion for a raiding buddy today? I can go try to find one. Super appreciate everybody for sticking around, hanging out. Mr. Ray is streaming. If you guys like some more Rust, we can do Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray and Milky. Who? I don't know this one. Let me look it up really quickly. I could not. Oh, wait. That was. I searched tags. My bad. I'm not the smartest. How do I search for. Just search here. Let me see. Here we go. Godot. Would you guys like Godot or Melky or Mr. Ray in Rust? So we got probably Go, Rust, or Godot. Which one? Pick quick, or forever hold your peace. All right, you're forever holding it. We're going to raid Mr. Ray Ray because he has the fewest number of viewers right now, and he does a great job. He's making something pretty cool. So he's building his own game. I followed Canny Dev, so I will put that on the list as possible ones in the future. Thanks everybody for joining. I hope you had a fun stream. I hope to see you again next week. And stay tuned for the AI games. We're working on them. We're going to make them awesome this year. I will be announcing that on Discord when those times are exactly. So join the Discord if you'd like. Thanks, everybody. And hope you have fun with Mr. Ray Ray.
I have a raid. Marek Counts is raiding with a party of 14. Wow, thank you so much, Marek. Cat stream! Indeed, it's a cat stream! So I'm just working on this texture of my space stations. That's what I just added right now. And some of those shapes look okay. Some of those obviously don't. But yes, thank you so much for raiding, Marek Counts. Woot, have a good stream. The game is coming along.